Prepare to dive into the life of one of the most notorious gangsters in history, Al Capone. From his humble origins in New York to becoming the infamous Scarface of Chicago, this is the tale of power, violence, and charisma of a man who dominated the American crime underworld during the Prohibition era. But behind the myth of the ruthless criminal lies a story of unbridled ambition, dangerous betrayals, and a legacy that still echoes through the streets of Chicago. This is Al Capone like you've never seen him before. Alfonso Gabriel Capone was born in Brooklyn, New York, to Italian immigrant parents. His father was a barber and his mother a seamstress. He was the fourth of 9 children. He started school at age 5, and his grades were excellent until 6th grade, when they began to decline. At 14, he lost patience with a teacher who hit him for misbehavior and retaliated, leading to his expulsion from school, and he never returned. Capone's criminal career began early, working under the mentorship of local idol Johnny Torrio, a mob boss and pimp who stood out from other criminals for his organizational skills. Like many other boys, he earned pocket money running errands for Torrio and gained his trust, leading to more responsibilities. Eventually, he moved to Chicago and joined a local gang. During this time, he learned important lessons about forming alliances, maintaining a respectable public image, and separating his family from his criminal activities. At 18, Capone began working in a bar, serving as a bartender, security, and waiter all at once. One night, he tried to flirt with a customer, whispering that he liked her. His brother, Frank Galluccio, also a local gangster, took offense and slashed Capone's face in 3 places, leaving him with scars for life and earning him the nickname Scarface. Galluccio also complained to gangster Lucky Luciano, forcing Capone to apologize for his behavior, which wounded his pride but also taught him to control his temper. At 19, Capone met a beautiful blonde Irish girl named May Coughlin, who was 4 years older than him. Her middle-class family had difficulties accepting their relationship. The two married shortly after the birth of their child. Feeling the need to support his new family, Capone sought a legitimate career. He stopped working for Frank Yale and moved to Baltimore, where he worked as an accountant for a construction company, excelling in his role. He was intelligent, good with numbers, and reliable. However, when his father died in 1920 from heart disease, he changed course again. He moved to Chicago and became the bodyguard and right-hand man of Johnny Torrio, who was already the head of a crime syndicate that supplied illegal alcohol and had political protection. Conflict with rival gangsters led to Torrio's retirement, handing power over to Capone, who expanded the smuggling business using increasingly violent tactics. Capone maintained a mutually beneficial relationship with Mayor William Thompson and the city police, which kept him safe from law enforcement. Capone donated to various charities and was considered by many as a modern-day Robin Hood. All of this changed with the infamous St. Valentine's Day Massacre, in which 7 rival gangsters were killed in broad daylight. The event tarnished both Capone's name and Chicago's reputation, leading influential citizens to demand government action and newspapers to label Capone as public enemy number 1. The federal government targeted Capone and brought him to trial in 1931 for tax evasion, which was a federal crime at the time. He was sentenced to 11 years in federal prison. Capone showed symptoms of dementia in the early days of his sentence and became increasingly debilitated before being released after 8 years in prison. Capone died at 48 from a heart attack after suffering a stroke. As the lights fade on the life of Al Capone, the legacy of Scarface remains a grim reminder of the power and consequences of the crime underworld. From a young man in Brooklyn to one of America's most feared criminals, Capone achieved both greatness and disgrace with equal intensity. His reign was marked by wealth, violence, and a relentless pursuit of power, but in the end, his fall was as meteoric as his rise. Capone not only shaped the history of organized crime, but also left an indelible mark on American culture, a tragic icon of an era where crime and ambition dangerously intertwined. If you enjoyed learning about the story of Al Capone, please like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video with epic past stories.